Marcy. Every year has been like distinct and special and unique in its own way, and this year certainly has had some beautiful, life-changing experiences. And I'm just like totally baby-centric. Like as a new dad, everything I think about is just like circling back to my daughter. This morning I woke up like every morning and was able to tell my daughter that she's my sunshine and that I love her exactly as she is. And then I got to watch her like smile at her dad and smile at her mom and smile at my mom and smile at my dad. And if those aren't the gifts of recovery, I have no idea what are. Like it just doesn't get any better than that. And those are the things that like I never thought were possible. It's just the most valuable gift to me. And as Lindsay said, I got sober here. I didn't necessarily stay sober here, but I come back here. This is the place I come back to. And the seeds were planted here. And all these things that I learned here have become increasingly relevant and kind of operative in my life as I've stayed sober, and especially now that I'm a dad. I get to see stuff that, much like recovery, fatherhood is an ongoing job that requires some consistency and some persistence, and that there is a big difference between getting sober and staying sober, just like there's a big difference between becoming a father and actually being a dad. And I'm so grateful that I've gotten to stay sober and be a dad today. And Harry used to talk about extending oneself to the spiritual growth of another. And I get to try and practice extending myself for someone else's growth, physical growth, spiritual growth, emotional growth. And I get to be present. I get to notice every little finger and toe and like the slightest of changes, an arm that's extended by will and not just by reflex, and glances held a little longer than usual. And it's really overwhelming to me. Lindsay, look what we did. Thank you so much for being such a supportive and loving partner. It's been a really wild ride that did start here 8 years ago. I still think back fondly to our late night rendezvous when there was a bridge that connected the boys' side to the girls' side of the building.
Did they take it down?
You're the reason it's not there anymore.
Fair enough. We're a good team, and there's just no one I'd rather be on this adventure with. And Mom and Dad, if I'm at all equipped to raise and nurture a child, it's because of you guys. I've felt your warmth and support and love and guidance my entire life. And watching you bond and interact with Juliet and step into your role as grandparents is one of the most meaningful parts of this whole thing. And you guys are amazing grandparents, and I'm so grateful for our relationship and that you guys are here with me to celebrate every year, and happy Mother's Day to you and to Lindsay and to all the moms in the room. And BTS is a big family, and I've seen a lot of people get sober here and start to build rich lives, and I've seen families started, lots of families started actually. For years I've watched alumni return with their own children, and I'm so happy to be part of this constantly growing, evolving, extended family. And if it's really true that it takes a village to raise a child, I'm grateful to be part of this village. So thanks.